We like the toys. We like who it is. We like the toys. We like monitos. 2, 3, 4. What's up, guys? Party Pete here again for Turtle Week. What is this, like episode 8? I'm kidding, it's episode 4. We're taking a look at NECA Real Toys, Splinter, and Shredder. But normal Shredder, not super gigantic mutant Shredder, from TMNT 1. So again, gotta thank Mr. TreyPewPew for providing these figures this week or most of the figures, I should say. Got a couple of surprises for you. Most of the figures this week that we've taken a look at so far. Yeah, this is again from... Did I mention NECA Real Toys? I probably did. So, I didn't mention last time in the Super Shredder video, but these should all be available at Walmart, except for one particular 2-pack that is not available at Walmart, that you can only get at NECA.com. But anyway, kind of digressing from what we're talking about, if you are interested in picking up any of these figures, they're pretty much long gone, but I am hearing some rumblings that they may start up production and start sending more out soon. Could be this month, could be next month, don't know. Keep checking your stores for availability on these figures. Especially if you want to, kind of visit the early 90s and have some really kick-ass figures on your shelves, or your DTOF, or whatever you've got to display these things. 100% worth it in my opinion, if you're into the movie. I'm just kind of into the movies, just a little bit. But anyway, again, digressing from what I was digressing from, we're taking a look at Splinter and Shredder from TMNT 1. A lot of the same of what we've already seen with the Turtles and the Foot Soldiers. The box art mimics the poster, the movie poster. Again, at the top, we have Nickelodeon. At the very top of there, TMNT, NECA, Real Toys, Splinter, Shredder in all their glory. Inside of that window, left hand side, we've got Splinter, TMNT, Nickelodeon, NECA. On the right side, we've got Shredder, and Shredder appears to have a cloth cape like the Super Shredder does. Very neato. Over here in the back, more pictures of Master Splinter and Mr. Shredder. You can see right over here on this picture, and even realize it, that you can take off his mask. You can actually see pretty damn good likeness of the actor from the movie. And you can tear me apart in the comments for not knowing the name of the actors to anybody. Whatever. I only know Big Kev, Kevin Nash for Super Shredder, because that's all my stupid brother Sandrox talks about. If you follow the channel and you've been watching our live streams, he occasionally mentions some stupid crap on there. Anyway, there is the description, whatever, the background, and then over here in the bottom, UPC, NECA Real Toys, and all the fine folks at NECA that made this line possible. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Crack open these figures. Alrighty, so we got a couple of anomalies already. Just opening the box. For one, silica packet. Very good. Get rid of all the moisture in there. You don't want any of your cloth to have moisture, get wet, start molding. Here is the cape. It's got a wire in there for you to pose it. This is, of course, for the Shredder. Very cool. Comes in this nice little bag right here. I like that a lot. And it kind of makes me wonder how other figures that have like soft goods, are packaged without any silica in there. Take, for example, She-Ra. She's got soft goods, see? Flowing in the wind right there. But no silica packet. So, mold? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, taking a look at the badass figures right inside of this plastic prison. We see that we've got the Shredder right over here. Kind of reminiscent of the Foot Soldiers as far as the texture goes, and the way that well, whatever, we'll get into it right now. And then Splinter right over here on the left. He's actually got a soft goods thing. Here's something that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to take out every single piece of accessories that's in there. So just note that there's a slice of pizza for Splinter, so he doesn't feel left out. Knife with a sheath. Several hands for Shredder. A spear also for the Shredder. Over here on the left hand side, we've got a TCRI, not a TGRI like the Super Shredder vial. He's also got his own pair of nunchucks right there. He's got slippers, and he's got some extra rat hands right there. Very cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull these guys out. Alright everybody, we've got the figures outside of the package. I just want to point out something real quick that I've been using throughout the videos, and I'm not sure if I pointed it out already. I probably have. I don't know, it's been a long week. But yeah, if you get these NECA stands from Target, they're $10. They come with 10 stands. They are super invaluable, man. You can pretty much pose any 1/12 figure that you have in your collection that has holes in their feet for pegs. And you definitely need one for the Shredder, because I can't get this guy to stand up by himself at all. Let's take a look at Splinter first, because he is one of the most interesting figures I've ever looked at. For one, he's got a big old mousy tail, and he has a little hole inside of the plastic shell that these figures came in to actually fit that mousy tail. Very cool. So here he is with his mousy face. He looks pretty serious. You know, he is a wise old mutated rat, you know. So there's that. Anyway, looking at the details, I really dig the face. I love that he kind of has like an annoyed look on himself, or maybe a wise look, I'm not sure. I like that he has soft goods, but I'm also kind of bummed out because I can't really tell what the articulation is on the arms. I don't want to break anything, so I think it's just the elbows, to be honest with you, but I mean, who knows at this point. You can also, of course, I showed you earlier that you have extra hands, so you can remove the hands on this guy, but again, it just feels so brittle that I don't want to bust anything. If we look under his mousy dress, however, we can look at his legs, and so yeah, he's got kind of a kick right there. He's got a little bit of a knee bend, and then he's got a little bit of a ankle swivel back and forth motion kind of deal going. He can stand on his own, of course, with the use of his mousy tail back here. Tail doesn't really move up and down per se, but it does move left and right. And as far as his head goes, well, he kind of looks up, and then he just kind of just looks forward. So the Splinter can look up. Very good. That's the articulation and the detail of the Splinter. As far as Shredder goes, now Shredder seems to be pretty much in line with the foot soldiers that we looked at a couple days ago. He can look up, he can look down, you can of course remove this thing right here. So you just want to carefully pull that off, and yeah, character likeness and everything else looks very cool. Details on the sculpt and the texture and everything else, very reminiscent of the foot soldiers, except it's a nice glittery, you know what I'm trying to say. It's got glitter, it's got like a deep red or violet, I'm not sure. Colorblind, sorry. But anyway, so he can move his arm up and down like that. Bit of a, he's got a little bit of a ball joint right there for the arm. Like I mentioned, he can look up, he can look down. No ab crunch. He does have double elbows. He can go up pretty high right there. Removable hands, of course, as well. However, the wrists are going to be hindered right here thanks to his wristbands or whatever. He does have the same cloth around his waist, like that little sash or whatever that the Foot Clan does. So yeah, they're pretty much the same body, except this guy's painted red or purple or whatever. He does have a double knee bend. I'm not gonna bend this thing because it's kind of chilly outside and I don't want to break it. If you don't know, you don't bend figures when it's cold outside because you might break the joints. But there's his kick right there. Nothing to really cry home about. You can't do a split or anything. Nothing at the shin that will swivel. And he has a little bit of a ball joint right over here for the ankle, but it doesn't move left and right. So yeah, I dig the shading. I really like the texture work right over here on the gauntlets, the shoulder pads, of course the chainmail around there. I really like what they did with the spikes. It looks really cool. And of course he can also wear his cape. So the cape itself is kind of reminiscent of the Super Shredder, except this is much more shiny. It does have wire in there for you to kind of pose around the Shredder. Put it around his shoulders almost. I'm afraid to pull the little pauldrons off of there and break something, because I just kind of have like hands of fire this week, and you know, I'm gonna have to explain to Trey that, hey, some of your hands kind of suck because I'm an idiot. But anyway, that's the Shredder right there, and Splinter. So yeah, two pretty cool solid figures. Let's get into scale. Alrighty, getting into size and scale of Splinter and Shredder. Splinter's gonna come in right around 5 1/4, I believe, and then Shredder is just around 7 1/2 inches tall. So yeah, pretty much in line and in scale with everybody else. Here's the foot soldier right next to Shredder and right next to Splinter. Now, I do have Shredder on a base, so he's going to be a little bit taller, but that only makes sense because he's the big bad, you know? He's got to be taller than everybody else. I mean, if he was just like a regular foot soldier, then whatever. Here he is next to a Ninja Turtle. Again, towering over the turtles, but not towering over them like the Super Shredder would. Take a look at that big sucker right there. So overall, great scaling with the other figures. Absolutely love when figure lines are able to do that. I might have mentioned that in another video or two, but yeah, looking really good next to all the other figures. And as you can see, this is going to be one hell of a collection. I'm kind of envious of Trey, but I'm also not. I don't know. Alright guys, again, this would be the part where I show you how you can pull off the hands of these figures and swap them out. I've just been having a really hard time with all of these NECA figures, and I gotta say, it's a problem, okay? The hands, let me kind of explain a little bit. So the hands right over here, they have a little peg that goes inside of this. Inside the wrist, and then of course you have the rest of the hand right over here. Well, this hand just literally just pulls off the peg. The Turtles have done it. Super Shredder did it. The Foot Clan did it. I'm sure these got, well, aside from Splinter, who seems to just have like one solid hand. See how that works? It's just one solid hand right there. Oh, actually, no, I'm lying. Yeah, he's got a little peg right there. See, I'm already lying to you guys. Pretty much every single one of these figures has had problems with the hands. I don't know how you fix that. I suggested heat in the last one. I tried heat on these guys. Didn't really work. And then you got to like spend like 20 minutes fixing the hands. So I'm not going to do that in this video. These are not my figures, like I mentioned. I'll do them with my figures, which are coming up in a few episodes. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I would say that this is definitely a QA issue. If there was, some kind of, measure of like how good the hands are, maybe you could do something a little bit different with them. They should definitely invest in that. Come on, NECA. You're putting out these figures at $50 for a 2-pack, $25. A figure is a really good deal on these guys because they're really detailed. But I mean, if I'm going to be breaking hands and pulling them off the hinges left and right, I kind of don't want to do that. Anyway, really enjoy taking a look at these figures for y'all. I accidentally uploaded the Super Shredder video in 4K. Accidentally, wink wink. You can't really see my quotes, but anyway. if you like that video and you want me to do some more 4K videos, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you like this video and this review, please hit that like button down below. Leave a comment telling me where I screwed up. I'm sure I screwed up plenty. I think I was calling Donatello's staff a bow when it should have been saying bow staff, but I'm stupid, so whatever. Stay tuned for the posing at the end of this video. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in and listening to me blabble about these toys and getting excited and all this other kind of junk. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for the Too Good Con universe. Stay tuned for the posing at the end, and we will see you in the next one. Stay safe and stay healthy.